Hey guys, Alex and Dad from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time around was The Next Doctor. What was that one about?
I've completely forgotten.
Well, the Doctor went to Christmas 1851, met someone who claimed to be the Doctor, and was facing the Cybermen. However, it turned out it wasn't a future incarnation of the Doctor, but was instead a average Victorian man who happened to be blasted with an info stamp about the Doctor, so he thought he was the Doctor. And it was a whole thing of fighting the Cybermen, getting his memories back, and fighting the giant Cyber King as it was rampaging through Victorian London. So
I do remember that now.
yeah, so but that was pretty much that. Today we're moving on to the Easter special, Planet of the Dead.
Ooh, okay.
And we're actually getting down to the wire here, because we have this. Next week will be The Waters of Mars. And then after that, we're going to be doing The End of Time, both episodes as one thing. So we're kind of, running out of time on this Tennant era. I'm going to have to switch over the DVDs to the Matt Smith stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much where we are.
There may be, I don't think there will be, but there may be a slight delay on that one, because we would be recording that on August 9th, and on the 8th is when I go in for my, what do they call it, arteriogram.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we might have to record that late. I don't know if it'll affect when the video goes up, so. But we're getting down to the wire, so. You got anything else to talk about before we get into it?
No, I remember The Waters of Mars. That was in our tour of New Who way back when.
So we'll get that next time, and it will make way more sense in context. So, it is interesting. And I guess we'll talk about this more next week. But I've heard more people that say The Waters of Mars is not as great as everyone says it is. I'm hearing more people coming out of the woodwork saying it's good. It's not the best. So, which honestly, I don't even think I would claim it's the best Tennant episode. It's just a very good one. Yeah. So, but this episode, Planet of the Dead, is certainly an episode that exists. That's kind of
okay. Which
honestly is more. That's more than can be said. I think honestly most people forget this episode exists. So, so if that's any indication going into it. So
and another one in a list of episodes entitled Planet of.
Yeah, Planet of Evil,
Planet of the Daleks,
Planet of the Daleks,
Planet of the Spiders,
Planet of the Spiders.
There was the Web Planet.
Yeah, I mean there's so many either. I mean we kind of have like both titles right here on the menu screen of this DVD, where we have blank of the blank and the blank of blank. Like that's so indicative of Doctor Who titles. Like when, and if it's not that, it's either the blank blank. Like we had The Stolen Earth, but then after that, they decided to break it up a little bit and have Journey's End, which is just there's no the, there's no of. So it's either you get one or both of those. So,
no. It strikes me that in the reading that I've done, the authors, the scriptwriters, don't always get to name the episodes. A lot of times, especially in Classic Who, the title would be changed either by the director or the producers or whoever. So it makes you wonder if whoever wrote, I'm about to find out who wrote Planet of the Dead, actually used that as their title.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to assume this was still a Russell T Davies episode. He's probably like taking us out through the rest of this series. So, but yeah, I don't remember. So, anything else?
Nope. I got nothing.
We might as well just jump right into the one and only Doctor Who Easter special. Oh, here we go.
Positions.
The Holy Grail. Should have had those beams going over top.
Oh, well, that's reminiscent of Indiana Jones, but also Mission Impossible.
Well, why'd you take your mask off while you're still in there?
Running, that won't get anyone's attention.
Meh.
Londoners never run. Unless it's an alien invasion.
Meh. Just walk casually.
Hello, I'm the Doctor. Happy Easter.
It's a good thing they had him right there, because otherwise this really didn't feel like a Doctor Who episode.
Michelle Ryan, alright. Guessing this is a one-off.
Yep. We're in total one-off territory with these companions.
Seems like they've jazzed up the theme song with some extras.
Close off the area.
Clear the road! Get the whole place sealed off!
Show them back! He's on the... Come in! Get the car!
I mean, why wouldn't they stop a bus in the first place?
Funny thing is, I don't often do Easter. I can never find it. It's always at a different time. Although, I remember the original.
There's
Between you and me, what really happened was...
totally.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
No?
Can you hear them?
You what, sweetheart?
The voices. So many voices. Calling to us. Calling so far.
Yeah, now that I think about it, the last time the Doctor was on the bus, it didn't go well.
Call it a hunch, but I think we've gone a little bit further than Brixton.
Ah, Arrakis.
I'm only here for the spices.
Ah,
It's impossible.
this also doubles as Tatooine.
There were 3 sons. 3 of them.
Like when all those planets were up in the sky.
But it was the Earth that moved back then, wasn't it?
Oh man, we're on another world. It's still intact though.
Is that Daniel Kaluuya?
And the chassis still holding together.
Oh, is it?
My
Oh.
boss has got a man on me.
I'm the Doctor.
Name, not rank.
The Doctor.
Surname?
The Doctor.
You're called the Doctor.
Yes, I am.
That's not a name. That's a psychological condition.
Funny sort of sound. This is a trace of
Oh,
something
yeah, it
else.
is. Huh, good spot.
Very young.
Oh, not good.
I saw you, man. You had that thing, that machine. Did you make this happen?
Oh, humans on buses always blaming me.
Yeah.
Look, we drove through this.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
No, don't.
I'm going home, mate! So don't!
Ah. Ah.
It was a skeleton, man. It was bones, just bones.
Tennyson, I think we're out of our depth here.
Yeah.
We're the experts.
Call torture.
The unit.
Yeah.
The crucial thing is do not panic. Quite apart from anything else, the smell of sweat inside this thing is reaching atrocious levels. We don't need to add any more.
Ever since she was a little girl, she can just tell things. We do the lottery twice a week.
You don't look like millionaires.
No, but we win £10. Every week, twice a week, £10. Don't tell me that's not a gift.
That is pretty
How many
good.
figures
But
am I holding up? Far away, chops and gravy, watching TV, Mike and Suzanne, and poor old Tina.
Hey,
Just think of them. Food and home and people. Hold on to that.
Lens flares.
We're
yeah.
going to get there.
About the same time as
I promise.
Abrams was making the new Star Trek film.
I'm going to get you home.
This is the exact same year that movie came out, so.
Here comes Unit.
Then start digging.
What?
With this.
Anything else in there?
Might help with the seats.
Thanks.
I can't find the keys.
You never know when you need some tools.
Buses don't have... Don't mind losing half the top deck. You know what's worse? Sand.
Ugh, I hate sand.
Little grains of sand.
It's so coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
Anyone know mechanics?
Thank you, Anakin.
Me,
The planet of turtles.
If you left that backpack behind.
Where I go, it goes.
Backpack with a spade and an axe. Christina is going so far away.
I feel like that was a bit more than a spade.
Anyway, come on. Allons-y.
Oui, mais passez-nous salon, on fait un cauchemar.
Oh, we were made for each other. Oh, I don't like the look of that.
All that French I took, and I didn't quite catch all that.
This is the Unified Intelligence Task Force. Please select one of the following 4 options. If you want to
I hate these things.
No, if you keep your finger pressed on 0, you get through to a real person. I saw it on Watchdog.
Thank you, Angela.
This is Captain Arisa Magambo. Might I say, sir, it's an honor.
Did you just salute?
No,
I can sense
It's
it.
about the bus.
the doctor. I know. We all want to meet him one day, but we all know what that day will bring.
I can hear everything you're saying.
I love he hates being a celebrity.
15 what?
15 Malcolms. It's my own little term. A wavelength parcel of 10 kilohertz operating in 4 dimensions equals 1 Malcolm.
You named a unit of measurement after yourself.
Well, it didn't do Mr. Watt any harm. Furthermore, 100 Malcolms equals a
point.
Bernard.
And who's that, your dad?
Don't be ridiculous. That's Quatermass.
Right. Fine, but before I die of old age, which in my case would be quite an achievement, so congratulations on that, is there anyone else I can talk to? No, Malcolm, that's brilliant. So you can actually measure the wormhole. Okay. I admit, that is genius.
The doctor called me a genius.
I know, I heard.
Now run a capacity scan.
Something in those clouds. Something shining. Look.
I want to believe he raised the resolution on that
Might
camera.
there be metal in this?
Let's wait. I shall wait. People usually wait.
You speak the language?
Every language.
Normally he doesn't have to.
They're flies.
These fly things, they must be responsible. They brought us here.
No. Look at the ship. It's a wreck. They crashed just like us.
It looks like a costume from the 70s.
That's a telepathic translator. He can understand us.
Still sounds like gibberish to me.
And the little
That's what I said,
things
you
are
can
from
understand us.
the Predator.
the other way around.
What are they doing?
They believe me.
Wow, simple as that.
I've got a very honest face. And the translator says I'm telling the truth. Plus the face.
Oh man, more people need this translator.
So, first things first. Planet of San Helios.
And that's us. We're on another world.
We have been for quite a
Helios,
while.
the
I know.
ancient name for the
Saying
sun.
it like that.
It's good, isn't it?
We get the heliocentric theory.
Which is the plot of Orb on the movements of the Earth. Go watch that.
San Helios.
By waste matter, you mean?
They feed off what others leave behind. From their behind. So it's perfectly natural. They are flies. San Helios City.
That's amazing.
Man, why don't we have a city called Earth
I've seen
City?
this sort of thing before. And what's he saying?
It's not a storm.
Horseshoe crabs, stingrays.
Manatee locusts.
Millions of them.
Sounds like a storm.
If it rains, if we got water.
No water. All of it, dust.
But a girl.
Dust in the wind.
That little blue box. I stole it. From my own people.
Good boy. You were right. We're quite a team.
It's gonna eat its way up.
Oh, good job.
Those things wake up hungry. Commander, you gotta come with us right now.
Come and try, we'll find you a home.
That's the word of a lady. Come on!
Oh, Jem. Oh. He was going to retire. No, Captain Bill.
What are the plans for? Do they turn the wheels?
Something like that. I just need to fix this. Have you got a hammer in that bag?
Funnily enough.
You never know what you'll need.
I need something non-corrosive, something malleable, something ductile, something... Gold.
Oh, no, you don't.
Christina, what is it worth now? Hey, use this. I said gold. It is gold. Oh, I saw you coming. Christina.
Oh, not the cup of Athelstan.
It was an incredible gift from the Welsh, too.
I hate you.
Go back and get the original.
Oh, it flies now.
It's the magic bus. Every day I get in the cube.
That's a heck of a thing to see on a Sunday night. Ooh. Good shot.
Oh! I love you. To your station, Dr. Taylor. Yes, ma'am. I love you.
We're surrounded by police. I'll go to prison.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not about money. I only steal things for the adventure, and today with you, I want more days like this. I want every day to be like this.
Go
We
join
made for
Torchwood.
each other. You said so yourself. Why not?
People have travelled with me and I've lost them. Lost them all. Never again.
He will knock 4 times.
Cool, thanks. Happy Easter.
Okay.
Anyway.
We could have been so good together.
Christina. We were.
Alrighty.
Well, interesting.
You know what? That was honestly better than I remember it being. I think the thing is, if anything, it's kind of a bog standard David Tennant episode, whereas with a special, you're so used to it being, well, special. So, I'm pretty sure though most people are just like, yeah, that's an episode that happened. So.
But, I mean, it had all the elements to it. You know, they stranded on an alien planet, swarm heading towards them. They get some help from the flies who, unfortunately, don't survive. But this Christina, that's a very interesting idea. You know, again, going back to what we've said before, very much a kind of a combination of Leela and the first Romana. You know, somebody who can really interact with the Doctor. And again, I realized, yes, that she was getting already romantic feelings for him. But I think that would have made an interesting pairing.
I think that is kind of the point, too. Like, a lot of people have said, like, it would be interesting if we had an entire season with Christina. I think, though, I mean, that's just kind of the point of her character, is that she's so perfect that it just can't be, you know? Like, and we have stuff where it's like, okay, Rose, pretty good companion. Martha, pretty good companion. And then you get Donna, and it's like, at first you're like, no, and then you're like, oh, okay, this, yeah. And as you watch Series 4, it's like, yes, Donna, kind of perfect. So then where it's like, all right, now here is Lady Christina, who just out the gate is just absolutely perfect and fits in with the companion dynamic. And it's just like, I think that honestly just makes it to where it's like, we can't do it. She's too good for this show. So,
but he does say, and it's true, because his most recent Rose and Martha and Donna, he ended up really losing 2 of them. He didn't really lose Martha. Martha just decided, So, and then of course you got the warning at the end, your song is ending. Now, pretty much everybody had to know, if they did a Christmas special and an Eastern special and we're going to do another one for another couple of months, that somehow or other they were going to be switching doctors. So that's a nice little setup. It's not as subtle as, the whole Bad Wolf and then knocking, well, I guess the knocking 4 times with the Master, and she said he will knock 4 times, so I don't know if that means the Master's coming back. Who knows?
It could be anything, honestly.
But again, it's action-packed, it's funny, nice characters. Even the people on the bus weren't all, whiny and whimpering like they were on the Midnight episode.
It also, kind of paralleling to Midnight, where it's just like, if any of them had been Lady Christina on that bus, Midnight would have been a completely different story.
Yeah.
For the same reason where it's just like, oh, well, if Donna was here, none of this would be happening. It's like, and that's the point of Midnight. That because Donna's not there, the Doctor gets into so much trouble. Whereas here, you do have someone else who can, basically offer a comforting face, basically, a comforting voice on top of weird man in pinstripe suit, weird lanky man that says science things. So
there's a pretty apt description of Doctor Who from the beginning.
Yeah.
Weird man in suit.
Weird man in suit says science things. So, and it's, with every incarnation, even this version, who is probably, like, most people will say this is the most human the Doctor has been. Every single version is off-putting in some way to humans. Like, even I would say probably like the 5th Doctor too, who was very, he was also very human level. He had that very approachable personality. But even still, it's like every version of the Doctor is off-putting to the average person. So,
Captain Magambo. Again, very strong, really strong women in this, and again, always happy to see representation, because that didn't always happen in Classic Who.
Yeah.
Although, you had Barbara and Romana and a lot of the others but a lot of them tended to be the Susan and Tegan types, and even Vicky and Victoria for I guess. Which one of those was the actual one from the future? Is that Vicky?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's, to me, I think the plots work better when you've got a strong female presence.
Yeah.
Because, I don't want to say the Doctor is a chauvinist of any, but, he does his thing, and it helps to have a strong presence to play his foil.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that's why I love that first Romana so much.
Oh, yeah.
And Barbara.
Man, you're so woke right now. It's crazy.
I've been woke since the 60s.
Yeah. So, it was before the word woke existed. See, you didn't get woke. You were already awakened. That's the thing.
Now, again, let me say this, and I've probably said this before. The fact that I was literally born into the Air Force family. Yes, my first couple of years we were here in the States, but I don't remember any of that. My first real memories started when I lived in France. We moved back to the States. I lived in Montgomery, Alabama from 1959 to 1963. It was a horrible experience, but I learned from it in that I learned I never wanted to live in that kind of a culture again. then in my very formative years, junior high school, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, I lived in the UK. And there are people who will say, yes, but the UK was no better than the United States during that time. Yes, but it was. And then coming back to a good, solid Midwestern state, living in Nebraska for my last 3 years of high school, I developed an appreciation for all things. That's where I got my love of history when I lived in the UK. The fact that in my house, in my mother and father's house, when we lived in France, when we lived in England, everywhere we lived, everyone was welcome. I can remember parties where there were members of the Air Force who worked with my dad who were Latino, who were African American. We socialized with the French people, we socialized with British people. So, that all became natural to me. So, and that's why I do not understand today the people who say, America first, we're the best. Yeah, well, no, we're not. Mark Twain said, if you want to really be a person who is wise, international travel is the best way to do that. Look how other people live. Learn from how other people live, and you'll be a better person for it. So, thank you for Doctor Who and all the British people that I knew and loved over there. You've made me who I am today.
Well, I mean, that's also the thing, like with Doctor Who, like I just thought about it. It's like, oh, well, Doctor Who, it didn't used to be woke. It's like the fact that the show was created, obviously there was Sidney Newman there, but also Verity Lambert was instrumental into creating the show. And then their director, being an Indian man, is just like, that today would just be, you got woke people doing all this. They're just people, So it's just like, I don't know, just every time people talk about wokeness, it's, with Doctor Who especially, it's just like, guys, come on. It was always woke. I mean, it was created to be woke. Well, it's like, there's a meme about Spider-Man, actually, where it's like, 25 years ago, and it's Spider-Man in the movies that's like, respect minorities, and it's a little kid. It's like, oh yeah, Spider-Man's so cool. And it's nowadays, and it's the same Spider-Man, just respect minorities, but it's the adult now, and it's just like, oh my god, they're so woke now. And it's just like, no, it didn't change. Spider-Man, Superman, Star Trek, Doctor Who, none of it changed. It's exactly the same. You just became a terrible person.
If you ain't woke, wake up.
Well, yeah, so... although you're talking about how the UK was better back then, and probably still technically is now, but the past few days on Twitter, I'm hearing the horror stories of some new laws that have passed in the UK, where like apparently if there is a website that has any minute amount of mature content, you now have to verify your age by either scanning your face or putting in your official ID, and it's not just going over obviously there's porn sites and stuff, but it's also like people have seen like they can't get into Discord. You know what Discord is?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's kind of like a instant messenger application. You can do video calls and stuff, kind of like Skype. And it's like people can't get into their own Discord servers in the UK now without putting in this very revealing information about themselves. And it's just like, that's really bad.
There's a lot of that happening in the United States, too.
Yeah, it's probably happening even worse. Yeah. It's probably starting in the US, and then some people in the UK are like, that's a good idea. That's how we'll oppress everyone. Yeah. However, at least the good news is it does mean that VPNs have shot up in usage, because a VPN lets you just spoof where you're getting your internet from. So I get the feeling that everyone is that there seems to be a lot more internet traffic coming from Canada, actually. So and it's also the same reason, like there's some initiatives going on right now in the EU for like game preservation and stuff, like video game preservation, and people said the reason why we're taking this to the EU is because if we take it to American lawmakers, nothing will ever get done, and it will probably end up being worse off. So instead, they go to the EU. Not even just the British, just the EU in general, because it's like, no, they can make things better. They forced Apple to change all their plugs to USB-C as a sort of universal standard for all devices. And it's just like, all right, if the EU can affect Apple, they're clearly the people to go to.
Yeah.
Anywho, back to Arrakis, the Dune planet. So, but yeah, honestly, like the main thing I remember from this episode is just being on the desert planet, being around the bus, and thinking, well, there's not really much going on. But honestly, it is that character interaction between the Doctor and Christina that does pretty much carry this episode. Yeah. And yeah, honestly, this is better than I remember it being. So
now, one of the reasons also I brought up Captain Magambo is I vaguely remember somewhere, and maybe not until Matt Smith takes over, that we're finally going to meet Kate Lethbridge Stewart.
Yes, okay. It's still a while from now, but but yeah, she does sort of become the central face of UNIT. But in the meantime, yeah, like having Captain Magambo, like we had that not too long ago during the Sontaran two-parter, we had that sort of colonel that was there, and it is interesting when we get to see different people at UNIT. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the only time we see Captain Magambo or Malcolm, like even though they are very interesting characters, and honestly their dynamic of calling the Doctor and all this stuff, and it's just like, yes, this is the Doctor, it's a day that all of us at UNIT dream about, and it just cuts back to the Doctor just sitting there like which is really funny. I honestly, the line that the Doctor has is like, all right, so before I die of old age, which, considering me, that's quite an accomplishment, so congratulations. Like, that, honestly, that's almost something like the third Doctor would have said to someone at UNIT. I guess, well, before I die of old age, which is quite an accomplishment, by the way. It's just like, it's so funny, it's like he always goes to UNIT to like, ask for their help about some of this stuff, but at the same time, it's like he hates how much they like him. It's just like, no, please stop, I just need you to do the job, Yeah. So, a bit of trivia, I believe, for this episode is the bus being so heavily damaged, I don't think was actually in the script originally. If I were to guess, it was just going to be that they were out of petrol, so they couldn't move. But they had to write that into the script because they shipped the bus to this desert where they filmed. And when it got there, it was just completely destroyed. So they were like, okay, write it into the script. It was destroyed, so they have to figure out a way. So
now, where did they film that? I mean, it looks like North Africa.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there, or like, I don't know, Tunisia, which is probably
North Africa.
Yeah, so Tunisia, I only know that because that's where they film, like the Tatooine scenes in Star Wars and stuff. So yeah, it's probably one of those North African countries.
Now, Algeria used to be under French control. And there's a part of Morocco that was under Spanish control. So, I don't think England ever had any colonies, so to speak, in northern Africa. Although they did control Egypt for quite a long time.
Yeah, so...
The area where Israel is now used to be called British Palestine, if I recall correctly. So.
Yeah, so it's one of those places, and I guess so that means they... Well, I don't know when they filmed, like, what sequence of filming there was, because they would have had to have the destroyed bus back in London for that when it comes out of the wormhole again. So I don't know if they filmed any of that first, or, I mean, granted, they could have just gotten another bus in England for, like, those earlier scenes. So yeah, but that's the main reason that it was all destroyed. So, the funny thing too is this has absolutely nothing to do with Easter. It just is. They're just like, we're gonna do a couple specials during 2009. Put one on Easter. We always put one on Christmas. So,
but that I mean, seriously, that wonderful little 2 lines. something about Easter. I never know when it is. Of course, I was there for the first one.
Oh yeah.
And again, that's such a wonderful tie-in to Good Omens.
Yeah, it's such an early, obviously they hadn't filmed any of that with him at this point, but it's just like, oh yeah, technically Crowley was there at the.
And what did they? One of them asked, "Why was he crucified?" And he was like,
Crowley asked, what did he do? What did he say that made everyone hate him so much to kill him? And Aziraphale says, he told them to be kind to each other. And Crowley just goes, yeah, that'll do it. So,
and see, we've often advocated for scripts like that, for the Doctor not to necessarily be involved in, but to be at a place at a time when we, consider a fixed point in time. Like the fact that he was at Vesuvius and not only couldn't stop it, but had to let it happen in order to prevent what was going to happen if he didn't. So, not necessarily the crucifixion of Jesus, but the battle where Athelstan gets all of the other, war chiefs, warlords, what do you want to call them, to come together under him. Or Alfred the Great, the Battle of Hastings.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many wonderful things throughout time that throughout our world's history that he could go and be back at, and I understand for some reason people don't like the historicals like we do, but I mean when we did the tour of New Who and we did the Demons of Punjab, I mean. Yeah. That was a background story of the partition between India and Pakistan, but it was such a great story.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. Do the historicals, please. We love the historicals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think recently how many have we had in recent seasons. Not many, which granted that part of the problem is we don't have many episodes nowadays, but yeah it's we will certainly get a lot coming up. It's going to be a little bit, a little bit before we get to the next one. Technically, we just had one, so with Jackson Lake in 1851 and stuff. But yeah, it would be nice if they did more. And the thing too is, it's like I feel like I don't know. I feel like budget-wise, it would almost be like kind of give and take with the historical budget, because it's like, well, there's probably a lot less CG that you have to do for an entire swarm of manatee locust things, ripping apart planets. But granted, then you also have to go and probably shoot on location a lot, so it's just like, I don't know, it's like a give and take on a lot of this. So I mean, they also had to go shoot on location in the dunes of Arrakis to film this episode. So honestly, I guess that's kind of out the window. I don't remember where they shot Demons of the Punjab, but probably they did. I remember they did a lot of location shooting in the 13th Doctor's era.
I think somebody had mentioned, because we had asked that question after I watched it, I think they said they shot it actually in the north of England. And I could be wrong on that,
yeah,
my memory is kind of Swiss cheese.
That was a long time ago that we watched that episode. So it's still going to be let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7 seasons before we get to that episode again. So
we should be there next month.
At
the rate we're going.
It's a lot. I mean, the fact is, when I popped in the DVD for this, I realized, like, oh, this is the last of the David Tennant DVDs. And, we got this episode, we got Waters of Mars, and then we're doing The End of Time as one video. And so I was just like, oh, we're running out. We're running out. I gotta start cracking out the Matt Smith DVDs pretty soon. So yeah, we're almost there. We're almost 10 Doctors down. So
now we will watch Day of the Doctor when it comes in the normal sequence of things with Matt Smith.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really liked that episode. Thought it was great.
Yeah, so that's still a while from now. That's more towards the end of his era.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, I hope you all had a very lovely Easter. Next up is the November special. They didn't put Waters of Mars to a holiday, so, which I mean, I don't know how you do put the Waters of Mars to any particular holiday, but I think they just threw it at like the beginning of November in 2009. So, yeah, there's no special holiday. I don't know. I'm sure there's some random holiday you can attribute it to somewhere. It was a holiday somewhere. So, and then after that, we've got the Christmas and New Year special that we'll do together. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, we're Alex and Dad from 7th Hour Films, and we will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of our modern Doctor Who reactions, as well as another playlist for all Doctor Who reactions that are on the channel. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.